Greetings, history buffs. Are you ready to look at the Apollo 11 mission and man's first steps on the moon with fresh insight? In today's video, we will be examining some fascinating lesser-known details and perspectives on this monumental event. Specifically, we will be hearing the intriguing viewpoint of none other than Buzz Aldrin, the second man to walk on the lunar surface. As one of only 12 people to have personally experienced this amazing human achievement, Buzz has unique insights to share. Through rare interviews and accounts, Buzz has revealed some eye-opening details about the moon landing that may surprise you. From his personal struggles with space sickness to his provocative suggestions about alien structures on the far side of the moon, Buzz paints a picture very different from the glossy official narrative. Join me as we explore Buzz's recollections and assertions with academic rigor and imagination. This visionary astronaut continued challenging conventional wisdom long after Apollo 11 returned to Earth. His boundless curiosity about the cosmos inspires me, and I hope it will fascinate you as well. So get ready to hear a side of the moon landing you may not have encountered before. The historic events of 1969 are richer than you ever imagined, thanks to truly thought-provoking accounts from an astronaut who was there when it happened. Let's expand our appreciation of man's giant leap by listening to the experiences of a man who took those steps himself, Buzz Aldrin. Buzz Aldrin is one of the few men who have walked on the moon. His unique experience as a lunar astronaut gives him insightful knowledge about the moon, which he has shared later in life. The moon is not what we think. He challenges everything we've been told about the moon. Aldrin's name resonates with adventure, bravery, and pioneering human achievement. When thinking of Apollo 11, it's impossible not to imagine that historic mission and Aldrin's role in it. He embodied humanity's quest to go beyond Earth. On Apollo 11, Aldrin was the lunar module pilot. He managed the Eagle's complex systems to ensure it could land and take off from the moon. Every switch, light, and data point was under his vigilant eye. His role was pivotal between success and potential catastrophe. Aldrin brought academic brilliance from his MIT PhD and military precision as a fighter pilot to Apollo 11. His expertise and rendezvous techniques was key to the mission's success. When NASA needed expertise, Aldrin was their man. Aldrin and Armstrong managed the challenges of the descent, like alarms and boulders, with calmness. They made split-second decisions to ensure a safe landing in the Sea of Tranquility. After Armstrong's first steps, Aldrin became the second human to walk on the lunar surface. On the moon, Aldrin set up experiments, planted the flag, and reflected spiritually by taking communion. He showed the blend of technical endeavor and human experience. Aldrin also playfully demonstrated the moon's low gravity by hopping and skipping for the delight of millions on Earth. He took iconic photos of his boot print and a selfie, one of the first from space. Aldrin revealed he experienced space sickness during Apollo 11, the first time this happened to a human in space. NASA avoided discussing it then to maintain positive publicity, but later, Aldrin shared publicly to help other astronauts prepare. On the third day in the command module, maneuvers and experiments triggered Aldrin's space sickness. He reported it to mission control and crewmates. He tried medication, rest, and avoiding sudden movements. He recovered before landing on the moon. One of Aldrin's shocking revelations about the moon is the potential existence of hidden structures or even a base on the far side. Whether remnants of an ancient civilization or alien built, this notion sparks excitement and intrigue.
There was something out there that was close enough to be observed, and what could it be?
In interviews, Aldrin referenced peculiar, unexplained moon anomalies that don't seem natural. He suggests these could indicate hidden bases or artifacts. The mysterious far side, which always faces away from Earth, is largely unexplored and could conceal the unexplained. Aldrin's comments have sparked analysis of lunar images for evidence of artificial constructions. While many are pareidolia, Aldrin's credibility lends weight. He actively advocates renewed moon exploration to uncover vital knowledge. Discovering ancient structures could lead to revelations and new perspectives. During Apollo 11, Aldrin saw a peculiar floating object he could not identify. The astronauts delayed telling mission control, first inquiring about the location of the detached rocket stage. Once confirmed the object was not that, speculation erupted that this was evidence of other intelligent beings. Aldrin spoke openly about this sighting after returning to Earth. He was transparent but careful not to jump to conclusions. This reminder that space remains largely unexplored shows the possibilities that still exist for discovery. Aldrin asserts, "We are not alone in the vast universe." Considering the staggering scope of the cosmos, it seems absurd to think Earth alone harbors life. Countless galaxies and planets exist where others may gaze at their skies and ponder endless possibilities, like us. Aldrin's belief in extraterrestrial life urges humanity to continue cosmic exploration. His first-hand experience gives weight to his conviction. He subtly challenges us to discover new civilizations and unravel cosmic mysteries. Beyond biology, he compels us to ponder other potential forms of life. The universe's endless potential and discoveries like exoplanets make Aldrin's assertions grounded in probability and optimism. He calls us to keep an open mind and let curiosity guide us. Given the harsh conditions, it is unlikely life originated on the moon. But life could have arrived via panspermia, hitchhiking on an asteroid, or by human activity like spacecraft carrying experiments. Any life on the moon would need to be simple, resilient microorganisms that can survive in isolated habitats. Aldrin's unique experience as one of the few humans to have walked on another world gives him a perspective unlike any other. As an Apollo 11 astronaut, he ventured where no one had gone before, witnessing firsthand the barren magnificence of the lunar landscape. This extraterrestrial expedition was a landmark achievement, immortalized in images like Aldrin's iconic boot print and dazzling Earthrise as seen from the moon's surface. Beyond the fanfare surrounding the mission, Aldrin himself is a nuanced figure. He is an academic intellect with a doctorate in astronautics from MIT, as well as a disciplined military man who flew combat missions during the Korean War. This fusion of scientific expertise and tactical precision primed him for the challenges of Apollo 11. Though immortalized in celebration, Aldrin has been open about the realities of space travel. He shared his private struggle with space sickness during the mission, making him the first person to deal with this condition outside of Earth. Though NASA avoided the subject at the time, Aldrin later went public, wishing to prepare future generations of space explorers. Aldrin approaches philosophically profound subjects with imagination and candor. When gazing upon the lunar landscape, he described a magnificent desolation, evoking the stark beauty within isolation. He has championed space travel as an adventure, but also a spiritual journey. His taking of communion on the moon saw scientific endeavor meet sacred ritual. In his later years, Aldrin has advocated revisiting the moon, particularly the mysterious far side, which remains largely unexplored. He has challenged conventional thinking by suggesting the possible presence of structures or bases that could unlock revelations about humanity's place in the cosmos. Though his ideas spark speculation, they are underpinned by his first-hand lunar expertise. 50 years after Apollo 11, Buzz Aldrin's reflections on his historic moonwalk continue to intrigue. Now in his 90s, his maverick spirit pushes boundaries even now. When other octogenarians retire into quiet lives, this moonwalking astronaut wants to inspire new generations to chase the wonder of space. For Aldrin, the great beyond still beckons,